Hey everybody, it's Jess, and welcome to the Modified Dolls Charity of the Month video for August. Can you believe it's August? Because no, I cannot. Like, what happened there? I don't even know. But this month we have yet another awesome, amazing charity. So sit back and relax while I tell you all about the VFW National Home for Children. And if you don't know what VFW stands for, that is Veterans of Foreign Wars. So there you go. And also, this charity does so many things for so many people that I took notes because I did not want to forget anything important in this video, and there's lots of important things, and I am not even going to have time to touch on everything. So please, as always, click on the link down in the description box and go check them out, see everything that they do, and help them out if you can. We'll get more into that at the end of the video. But, excuse me, the National Home for Children helps the families of active duty military personnel, veterans, and descendants of the VFW members and descendants of VFW auxiliary members. And VFW auxiliary is kind of the women's group version of the VFW. And they do so many amazing, wonderful things for our service members' family and veterans and their families, and it's just a really wonderful organization. I was so impressed while I was doing my research for this video. So one of the major things that they do for these amazing people is they offer housing assistance, and families can get housing at no cost for up to 4 years. That's insane, okay? Like, for a lot of families, even just getting assistance with housing for a few months can really get a family back on their feet. So to potentially have your housing situation taken care of for 4 years, that is completely awesome. Like, I can't even, I had to do a double take when I read that. That is wonderful. The next thing they do for the kids of the families is they help out with aspects of education, and that can be tutoring. They have a computer lab and a science lab, which sounds like a lot of fun to me because I was a science nerd. I would like to go play in the science lab, thank you. But they also do a lot more. So again, like I said, I'm just not going to have time to cover everything in this video. So go check out the website to see everything that they offer. They also assist families with daycare expenses. As long as it is a licensed daycare facility, families can get assistance with that. And anybody who has a child in daycare knows that that is another huge expense. Sometimes, you know, it's actually more cost effective for one family member to stay home rather than putting their kids in daycare because it's just that expensive. So if having daycare covered can, you know, help out a family financially, like, just immensely. Like, if you don't have a kid in daycare, go talk to somebody with a kid in daycare and they will tell you how expensive it is. It's ridiculous. One of the things that I thought was the most awesome that they do is they help with basic needs that a lot of times aren't covered by like the state or, you know, other organizations, and that can include healthcare, clothing, school supplies, food, because unfortunately a lot of times a lot of families you think should qualify for food stamps actually don't, or even if they do qualify, it's really not adequate. So that's another amazing thing that they do, because those things can be such a huge expense and a major stressor on a family who is struggling. They also do a lot of recreational activities for the kids, and that can be field trips. They have a 4-H group. They do arts and crafts. They organize sporting things, like they organize basketball games or pool tournaments and all kinds of fun things like that for the kids to do. And for a kid who has a family member deployed, or, you know, maybe has unfortunately lost a parent, or has a parent who is going through a major medical situation, sometimes just being able to get away from things for a day or even just a few hours and just have time to be with, you know, other kids, make some friends, and just be a kid for a while can just be so immensely helpful for their mental health, their emotional health, and just, you know, I'm definitely a firm believer in that kids just need to be kids no matter what else is going on in their lives. So it's wonderful that VFW National Home for Children does that for these kids as well. And another thing that, again, is huge is they offer case management assistance. And that means that a family struggling can get a case manager to help them just wade through all of the paperwork that comes along with maybe having somebody who's doing or who's in the hospital having some severe medical issues, like a lot of our wounded veterans come home with, or a lot of our now older veterans have to deal with. And you know, they help them wade through, you know, all the different assistance groups and maybe paperwork that they have to deal with their state, and helping them maybe find the best facilities for their family member to go to in order to get the care that they need. And speaking for myself as someone who has had to, you know, wade through everything with my state and also Social Security and Medicare, it is not easy. And I wasn't even like having any sort of like medical crisis when I quit working. You know, it just got to be too much. And, you know, the systems are complicated and confusing and frustrating, and that's just my own personal experience. Like, I can't imagine having to try to figure all of that out while also having a family member dealing with some major medical issue. So obviously, you know, being stressed about what's going on with them, how they're doing, you know, and also maybe, you know, having children, like, you know, I have to think about my kids, but I also have to think about my spouse or my parent or, you know, whatever. And so the case management aspect, I know, can really take a major load of stress off of these family members' backs and just allow them to be able to focus on their loved one and, you know, whatever else might be going on in their life. And, you know, getting help navigating all of that stuff is huge. I wish I had had help. And like I said, I wasn't even going through anything major at the time. It was just trying to figure out all the standard stuff. So, once again, what a wonderful organization this is. They do so much for our veterans, their families, for active duty military personnel and their families. And on behalf of the Modified Dolls, I would just like to say thank you to our service members and veterans for everything that you do, for everything that you have done for this country. We appreciate you more than words can say, and we wish you all the best. And not just our veterans, but also their family members as well. We also appreciate you and the sacrifice that you make as well. And so, of course, I'm going to be leaving the link for the VFW National Home for Children in the description box. So please click on that. Learn more about everything that they do for these wonderful people. And also, if you are able to make a donation, that would be amazing. But of course, we understand that not everyone is able to do that. So you can also help out by just sharing this video on your social media accounts. Share it on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on anything else you might have, you know. Email it to people if you want to, like, just help us to spread the word about this organization, because you never know, you know, if you share the video 5 times, maybe that'll get, you know, down the line it'll get 50 donations, and that will allow VFW National Home for Children to continue the wonderful work that they do and to help even more families cope with the stresses of deployment and maybe having a sick or injured loved one. And of course, I will also include the link for the modified dolls. So if you would like to learn more about what we do, please check that out. And also, if you are a woman with body modifications, you can submit your application for membership on our site as well. So that is it for right now. I hope you guys have a wonderful August. Please help out if you can, and share this video, and wish all of our veterans and active duty military the best as we do. And I will see you guys later. Bye!